The readings will now be given by Amanda from Missouri.
Bible. Genesis. God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. Proverbs. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? My son, keep thy father's commandment, and forsake not the law of thy mother. When thou goest, it shall lead thee. When thou sleepest, it shall keep thee. And when thou awakest, it shall talk with thee. For the commandment is a lamp. Deuteronomy. If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, saying, Let us go after other gods, thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet or that dreamer of dreams. Ye shall walk after the Lord your God, and fear him, and keep his commandments, and obey his voice. And ye shall serve him, and cleave unto him. And that prophet, or that dreamer of dreams, shall be put to death, because he hath spoken to turn you away from the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to thrust thee out of the way which the Lord thy God commanded thee to walk in. So shalt thou put the evil away from the midst of thee. Job. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision in the night. Jeremiah. Deceive not yourselves, neither hearken to your dreams which ye cause to be dreamed. Isaiah. Yet now hear, thus saith the Lord that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, shake thyself from the dust. Arise, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise. The sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee. But the Lord shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy God thy glory. Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself. For the Lord shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. Luke. And it came to pass that when Jesus was returned, the people gladly received him, for they were all waiting for him. And behold, there came a man named Jairus, and he was a ruler of the synagogue. And he fell down at Jesus' feet, and besought him that he would come into his house. for he had one only daughter, about 12 years of age, and she lay a-dying. But as he went, the people thronged him. While he yet spake, there cometh one from the ruler of the synagogue's house, saying to him, Thy daughter is dead. Trouble not the master. But when Jesus heard it, he answered him, saying, Fear not, believe only, and she shall be made whole. And all wept and bewailed her. But he said, Weep not. She is not dead, but sleepeth. And he put them all out, and took her by the hand, and called, saying, Maid, arise. And her spirit came again, and she arose straightway. Romans. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Ephesians. Be ye therefore followers of God, as dear children. Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee light. I will now read correlative passages from Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures and from Prose Works by Mary Baker Eddy. Life is God, the only creator, and life is immortal mind, not matter. Immortal mind makes its own record, but mortal mind, sleep, dreams, sin, disease, and death have no record in the first chapter of Genesis. It is well to know, dear reader, that our material, mortal history is but the record of dreams, not of man's real existence, and the dream has no place in the science of being. It is as a tale that is told, and as the shadow when it declineth. The heavenly intent of earth's shadows is to chasten the affections, to rebuke human consciousness, and turn it gladly from a material, false sense of life and happiness to spiritual joy and true estimate of being. Awakening from this mortal dream or illusion will bring us into health, holiness, and immortality. This awakening is the forever coming of Christ, the advanced appearing of truth, which casts out error and heals the sick. That man is material, and that matter suffers. These propositions can only seem real and natural in illusion. Any sense of soul in matter is not the reality of being. If Jesus awakened Lazarus from the dream, illusion of death, this proved that the Christ could improve on a false sense. Who dares to doubt this consummate test of the power and willingness of divine mind to hold man forever intact in his perfect state, and to govern man's entire action? Now if it be true that God's power never waneth, how can it be also true that chance and change are universal factors, that man decays, If God be changeless goodness, what place has chance in the divine economy? Nay, there is in God naught fantastic. All is real, all is serious. The phantasmagoria is a product of human dreams. In both the waking and the sleeping dream, the dreamer thinks that his body is material, and the suffering is in that body. Now I ask, is there any more reality in the waking dream of mortal existence than in the sleeping dream? There cannot be, since whatever appears to be a mortal man is a mortal dream. Take away the mortal mind, and matter has no more sense as a man than it has as a tree. But the spiritual, real man is immortal. Mortal mind is an illusion, as much in our waking moments as in the dreams of sleep. The belief that intelligence, truth, and love are in matter and separate from God is an error. For there is no intelligent evil, and no power besides God, good. God would not be omnipotent if there were in reality another mind creating or governing man or the universe. Close your eyes, and you may dream that you see a flower, that you touch and smell it. Thus you learn that the flower is a product of the so-called mind, a formation of thought rather than of matter. Close your eyes again, and you may see landscapes, men and women. Thus you learn that these also are images, which mortal mind holds and evolves, and which simulate mind, life, and intelligence. From dreams also you learn that neither mortal mind nor matter is the image or likeness of God, and that immortal mind is not in matter. Sleep and mesmerism explain the mythical nature of material sense. Sleep shows material sense as either oblivion, nothingness, or an illusion or dream. To the Christian Science healer, sickness is a dream from which the patient needs to be awakened. Disease should not appear real to the physician, since it is demonstrable that the way to cure the patient is to make disease unreal to him. To do this, the physician must understand the unreality of disease in science. Keep distinctly in thought that man is the offspring of God, not of man, that man is spiritual, not material, that soul is spirit, outside of matter, never in it, never giving the body life and sensation. It breaks the dream of disease to understand that sickness is formed by the human mind, not by matter, nor by the divine mind. Therefore, the only reality of sin, sickness, or death is the awful fact that unrealities seem real to human erring belief until God strips off their disguise. They are not true because they are not of God. The dream that matter and error are something must yield to reason and revelation. This revelation will destroy the dream of existence, reinstate reality, usher in science, and the glorious fact of creation, that both man and woman proceed from God and are his eternal children, belonging to no lesser parent. When we wake to the truth of being, all disease, pain, weakness, weariness, sorrow, sin, death will be unknown, and the mortal dream will forever cease.